All right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you here today. I'm just going to let the algorithms and all the technical stuff get going. Hello. Hello, my sexy Virginiuses, my have it all queens, my clients, my friends, my lurkers. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this special live training on how to always get what you need from your man or even better. Where today I'm going to show you, honestly, the easiest, most fun, and relieving way that you get to get all of your needs met without having to remind or micromanage or control or just like do it all yourself because it's easier, which honestly, you know that it's not easier at all. I know you don't like that, neither do I. Let's make this truly a have it all situation. So if you are here live, say hello, leave a comment, say, hey girl, hey, because I want to talk to you. I want to hang out with you while I'm doing this live. And if you're catching the replay, do hashtag replay, hashtag after party if you're a cool bitch like that. So I can come back and we can have more fun later. All right, let us get down to it. What I'm going to share with you today is really powerful. Okay, it's what allowed myself and my clients to have such incredible relationships and experiences with our men that got us results like this, right? Like, have you ever had a thought of like, "Ugh, why can't he just read my mind? Like, why do I have to tell him everything, right?" And then maybe another guru or expert told you like, men can't read your mind. Like, you have to tell them like, wrong, sorry, not sorry, wrong. Because my clients now are literally able to think about something that we want. This happens to me, this happens to my clients, and it could be a surprise. It could be, I want a hug. It could be, I need some help with a project. It could be, why can't you take more initiative? Or I need something from you. And our husbands, like, literally show the fuck up and give us exactly what you need. And it's so much fun. You feel like such a magical bitch where you're like, oh my God, I can just think it. He can feel what I'm saying. My husband, all the time, I'm thinking something and he looks at me, he's like, okay. He knows, he knows. But even better, what's even better is that a lot of times we don't even have to think, right? Because even that is like, oh, I wish, or it would be nice if, like that, because our husbands and boyfriends, they're one step ahead. They're doing next level things. Like one of my clients, her husband, and they've been together for almost 20 years. For the first time ever, they were going to an event, and he surprised her by taking her dress shopping because she wanted to, she wanted to like look good. He just like took the initiative, bought her like a Jessica Rabbit dress. Like it was so sexy, so loving. He never did that before. Or they're doing things like they're becoming really super successful at work. They're really stepping up. Like another client I have is pregnant and she, they want to buy a house. And so he out of nowhere, like started getting these promotions and getting these raises and getting all these opportunities. Like he's showing up in this whole new way where before she felt like, she was always guiding him and sort of encouraging him and pushing him. And, so like the feeling is like, I don't have to manage and hold everything together anymore. Like he's on my level or he's like surpassed my level. Like he's a leader in the relationship too. And when that happens, what it means is that you get to have more fun with your man, right? Because you respect him more and you trust him more and you feel connected and you feel supported and you know that like you're his priority, right? Like he has you and your family's best interests at heart and he's like doing all of those things. You're not like an afterthought or like, hello, what about me, right? And what that does, like, especially for all my driven women, my career women, my entrepreneurial women, and I mean, honestly, like all women too, right? Every woman is so busy that I know in my world, but like, you're just gonna feel like life is so much easier when it's like that, right? Like, you get to be your most powerful self. You get to like do what you need to do, get stuff done. And at the same time, you're fully loved, you're fully supported. You know that he has your back like day in and day out so that you can be accomplished and you can actually like relax and enjoy your life because your man is not only an asset, but he's really like your fucking rock, right? And when you have that, you're a power couple. You're moving faster and farther together, okay? So before I get into it, for those of you that don't know, hello, my name is Michelle Kanan and I am the Have It All Queen. I am a mentor and guide for driven women who want it all in life, love, and career simultaneously with no compromises in the easiest, most fun, and exciting way possible, right? Like women this day and age are told too much. Like, you can't have it all. You have to give something up. Like, that's not how life works. That's fucking bullshit. So let's jump into it. Okay. And first, I want to share with you why so many successful women struggle to get what you need from your man, right? Because how many of you have been told men don't understand, right? Or something that I've been reading a lot about from women is that men are doing something called weaponized incompetence. Like they're on purpose doing shitty jobs so that women, so that their wives and their girlfriends will take over the things and stop asking them, so that like they can be like lazy slobs and we have to deal with everything, which first of all like totally sucks and it hurts my heart. But for that this is the place that we've got to, what women think about men, especially like the men in our lives that we love and that we are committed to and that are committed to us. So what I want to let you know is, for most of you out there, that's not what's going on. Okay, your man isn't on purpose being shitty or doing dumb stuff or not trying so that like he can just like sit on the toilet and watch his phone while you are like doing all the chores and like handling all the emotional labor. Like that's not what's going on. So here's the truth, okay? What's going on for most driven women is that you are already putting so much pressure on yourself to do it all and be it all. Like, and leave me a comment or click a heart, or if you know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm raising my hand because I teach from my experience. I'm a 3-5 generator, and I teach from all the mistakes that I've made in my life as a successful, powerful, goal-getter woman, right? And so many of us are putting massive amounts of pressure on ourselves to do it all and be it all, right? And you might have been taught not to ask for help, right? That or to be an independent woman, right? And to not need a man. Like, I grew up in the 90s, right? Like, I don't want no scrubs, I don't need a man. Like, right, we heard so much of that. Like, I make my own money, I got my own bag. And you might have also been taught not to show weakness by being needy, right? But here, I need to tell you something. It's really a truth bomb. Like, you're self-sabotaging when you do this, okay? Because the truth is that men, good men, yes, there's exceptions out there 100%, but I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the woman that is with a good man, someone that loves her. Good men want to make their women happy, just like, period, right? It's part of men's provider DNA. Like, for a man to make his woman happy, for him to satisfy her, it fulfills this deep part of his psyche, and it's part of his energetic purpose. Okay, so what that means is, if you're not getting exactly what you want or need, there's probably a pretty good chance that your partner isn't feeling great about it either. You're not the only one suffering here, right? Like, if you're not happy, your man ain't happy either. Okay, there's an expression that I love, which is happy wife, happy life, right? If you're not feeling good, he isn't either. Even if you're both like smiling, right? Like, you see your couple friends and you're like, how's it going? And everyone's like, it's pretty good, like, or if you ask your husband, like, how do you feel about things? And he's like, yeah, everything's fine. And you're like, yeah, it's fine. And you like smile, because like, if you really told the truth and got into it, it's scary, right? To like be super brutally honest and like, what might happen next? But below the surface, like, if you're really honest, if you could really, really, really be honest, you'd both say that you're not. Like, it's not pretty good. It's not fine. Like, you want more. You want different. And even worse, right? Like, for a lot of women, when you try to get to do him to do the things that you want, right? Like, or you explain it to him, or maybe like you make to-do lists for him, or honestly you get frustrated and then you have like the same fight over and over, right? Like, why don't you, or it's always, or you never. What happens is that you're accidentally pushing him farther away from wanting to show up as the man that you both want him to be. So I want to share a personal story with you. I want to be real with you. I've been having a really challenging couple of weeks. Like, honestly, it's felt like roadblock after roadblock. I was thinking it's Mercury retrograde because I've been having so many fucking technical issues and like things going on. And I just checked on my other page and I'm not streaming right now. Of course, of course, of course. Here we go, right? It's been feeling like roadblock after roadblock. Here we go again. And what I've been conditioned to do, right? What we've all been conditioned to do as strong women is to just push through, right? Keep going, keep it moving, do the things, check all the boxes off my to do list, which honestly just left me feeling exhausted, depleted. And quite frankly, when I'm in that place, I'm sure you can agree, I was and have been a total fucking bitch to my husband. And he's noticed, of course. Real talk. I know I'm not the only one, right? We get to that place where we're just over it, we're overwhelmed, like we can't handle all the things, like we're not in that flow kind of place. And instead of giving myself what I truly needed, taking care of myself, dropping some things, right? I was telling myself, you can't stop. You have to keep going. Don't lose momentum. Everything's gonna fall apart. Just keep doing, just keep pushing. And I pushed myself harder and harder until my husband, thank you, I'm gonna just take a moment. He stepped up to me as the king that I needed. And what he did is he held space for me to just totally fucking fall apart and face some really uncomfortable truths about what I was doing to myself and also to him and to my family, and then give me incredible support and direction so that I could get out of this vicious cycle. And I want to say that this never would have happened earlier in our relationship. He would have seen me in my shit and he would have started to pull away, or he would have tried to help and I would have gotten mad that he was doing the wrong thing and making things worse and that he didn't understand, or we would have a big fight and then my internal stuff that was going on would spill into issues about our relationship and it would just like turn into like this whole thing. And here's the thing, right? Most women, we never learned, I'm going to say, I'm not going to say all, but I'm going to say 99.9% of women, especially strong, independent women, don't know how to truly trust our man to give us what we need. Okay. And the formula for us to finally get what we need from our partners, and even better, is you have to learn how to trust and respect your man to be our king, to be your king. That's it. You have to trust your man to be your king. Okay. Because without being able to do this, I'm going to tell you what happens, okay? A lot of really difficult things start to happen. It starts a vicious negative cycle. Now, listen, if you want me to show you how you're accidentally cock blocking your man, I know a lot of women don't like this word when I say it, but that's honestly what's going on. Without that trust, without that respect, without that relationship, you're accidentally cock blocking him from showing up in his masculine power with you. So if you want me to show you how you're accidentally doing that in your relationship and how to shift into your receiving energy so that you get everything that you need from him without having to push or micromanage, you can really just let go and he can step up for you in that way. I just want you to drop the word call below and we'll have a private chat about it so I can show you how to let that shit go. And if you want discretion, just like shoot a DM and just, type call in the DM so that we can talk about it more. Because when we get energetically receptive and when we trust the masculine presence in our lives, what happens is it creates a new possibility. It creates a new energy in the dynamic between you, which inspires him to step up without you having to change him or be in control, which honestly is you actually holding on to the masculines. You, even if you're telling him what to do and he does it, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't feel good because you're still the one that's like making it happen and holding it together, and you're doing the things that you wish that he would be doing. Okay. And the way that you do this, is what I call unleashing your unstoppable desire. Okay. Now you might be like, why would being like honest and open about all the things that I want, like why would that change? I feel like I'm being honest. I feel like I am telling him these things. It's not about what you tell him. Okay. It's not about using your words to talk to him. This is why so many women feel like, does he speak a different language, or like there's miscommunication? It's about an energetic. When you unleash your unstoppable desire, what you do is you shift into receiving mode. What happens is that you soften. you let go of the pressure, and you start to open to masculine support, whether it's from your husband or whether it's from the universe, right? Like everything is energy. Everything is energy, whether it's money, whether it's our energetic output, our relationships, like everything is energy, right? And when you shift your energy and be in your unstoppable desire, things start to change between you and your partner. Instead of you having to be the one to tell him what you need, the energy invites and inspires him to start to relate to you and start to behave in a different way. Now, for those of you that are watching this that are like, my man will never change, or I've tried all these things, here's why this is so powerful, and here's why this works. Because what happens is you don't have to control him anymore. You don't have to tell him what to do. You don't have to micromanage him. You just get to, this is my favorite part, focus on yourself, which is honestly what you're dying for anyway, what you truly, truly need. You get to focus on yourself, right, Brie? She's saying valid as fuck, right? You get to focus on yourself and on how you want to feel and about what you want from a place of desire instead of a place of pressure or control or stress. And when you do that, even if your man doesn't change or you don't tell him anything, who you are and how you're showing up changes. So how he responds and what he's able to respond to, it naturally shifts. It's like, it's the simplest, most powerful, most exciting thing in the world, because you don't have to be in control anymore. You don't have to push anymore. You don't have to say the same thing and ask for the same thing over and over anymore. Okay. And that's why this is one of the primary pillars of my Have It All method, right? When you get into that energy, and when you're using that energy of softening and inviting and inspiring, and honestly, you just feel really fucking good. That's like the TLDR of it, is that you feel really good. And then you combine it with pillar 2, which is embodying your unapologetic self. What that means is that you step into your next level. You become the woman that you know that you want to be, that has the things, that has the experience, that has the confidence, and that's living life in the way that meets you at your next level, at these like higher standards, right? And so your standards are high. You know that you're incredible. You're totally open energetically to all of the things that you want. And I love it. I see an email coming through about something that I was trying to manifest. I'm so excited. Okay, this is such a good sign. Thank you, universe. And right. And so you can see, right? Like I could have done a million things to make that manifestation happen. And I did some of the things. And then I got into my unstoppable desire energy and I embodied the woman that had the thing. And I knew that it was coming to me. And I just was open to it and it showed up. Right. And so then pillar 3 of my Have It All method is about igniting a relationship revolution. Right. Because when you're at that next level, when you feel powerful, when you feel worthy, when you know that everything that you want is wanting you, when you're in the energy of receiving, when you've released the pressure, when you're open to so much support and goodness and opportunities and just like magic to be in your life, girl, that is when your man, it's like irresistible for him. He starts to show up in this whole new way because first of all, he knows that he needs to meet you at that level or else like things are not going to work. And it feels so good for him to be next to you. It feels so good for him to engage with you, to show up for you, to surprise you, to fulfill your needs, to be one step ahead of you, right? Like, you know, so many people think of feminine energy work as like, you need to be weak when you're a woman. My man is so powerful. I love him so much because he can handle all of me, right? Like, because he can handle all of this energy that I channel and that I hold. Like, I'm a powerful creator. And to have my man, to watch him elevate as a fucking king, to show up in business, in milestones for our family, like as a dad, that the more powerful and juicy that I get, right, as a wildly successful woman, to watch him elevate alongside me without me having to push him, sign him up for shit, nudge him, any of that stuff, that is honestly like the most gratifying and supportive and like best thing that is possible. So if you're ready to have more success in your life and also get closer with your husband while he becomes the hero that you need him to be in your life, the next step is that I would love for you to book a call with me. It's a free call. It's a gifted call. And what's going to happen is I'm going to help you understand how you might be accidentally cock blocking yourself from receiving this kind of support and this kind of energy from your man and from life and from the universe, so that you can let it go and you can start to experience like those kinds of, you saw how surprised, like, oh, that happened. You can start to have that in your life, but so important, like in your relationship. I know women like you, like me, we want success, like we want to have it all. And so important, if you have a partner, that he is showing up, that he is giving you everything, that you are fully satisfied, that when you ask each other, so how do you think things are going, you are unequivocally, like I heard my husband the other day talking to a friend, and he was like, yeah, things are really good with me and Michelle. And my heart just like got so big because he didn't know I was listening. And that was the fucking truth. Things are so good, and they can be so good for you in your relationships too. And I'm going to show you how my Have It All method can help you achieve that with your man, with your money, with your career, with motherhood, with your relationship with yourself. So drop call in the comments below, or if you're more comfortable, DM me the word call and we can chat and I can show you how to have it all too. All right, my loves, I will see you next Wednesday for our next installment of Wildly Successful Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. If this live was helpful for you, tag a friend, share it with a friend. If you want to talk more, if you want to feel what it is like to have that have it all energy in your life, drop a comment or send me the word call, and we'll talk about it and you can have that experience too. All right, I love you guys and I'll talk to you soon. My absolute pleasure, Mickey. My absolute pleasure for everybody that tuned in. Love you guys and talk to you soon. Bye.